Boogie, drop that beat.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Talking Out Loud with Miss Talkative. Everything I say is my own opinion, alleged, and strictly entertainment purposes. Remember, I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe. Comment on the video. Let me know what you think. Now, for season after season, we have all questioned the Scots' true reality. They've been on this platform, Love Marriage Huntsville, year after year and not show any signs of their business besides black. They claim to be these multi-million-dollar people running these multi-million-dollar companies, but we have yet to see where the millions are coming from and where they're going. Their house that they live in does not scream million-dollar people. Their cars that they're driving does not scream to be million-dollar people. They are claiming to be building a mansion, but they've been sitting on this property land for years and it has not went above ground. They don't even have a foundation to date, but yet they're still screaming million-dollar business. They keep creating all these businesses, but they have yet to show the actual business in operation, and they have yet to show us how they spend the millions. Well, now there's a young man. He's a barber. He went into business with Marcel and Tisha, where they were supposed to lease him a barber. He paid them some money of what they requested to lease the barbershop. They were supposed to do a build out, make the space available that they were leasing to him. They were supposed to redesign it and into a barbershop. And so far that has not happened. And I don't think it will, because this gentleman has had a conversation with Anthony Lofty's, and he has showed Anthony his contract with the Scots. He has shared video recordings and text messages between him and the Scots, Letitia and Marceau, amongst other people. And he has not got exactly what he asked for, what they were supposed to have been in business for. He actually have had him and his business partner have had numerous conversations with the Scots regarding the business, how much longer it was going to take, when would they be able to move in, everything pertaining to the business. Now, because it was taking Marceau too long to actually build out the space that they had paid for, the gentleman did decide, I don't want to work with Marceau. We can get our own contractor. Letitia and Marceau, they agreed to it. The gentleman tried to get a new contractor, but the contractor could not access the building to actually give him a bid on how much it was going to cost. And Letitia stated that the contractor would have to be approved by her. But when it came time for the contractor to get inside the building, there was no access. Letitia stated, no, you can't get access until I approve them. So it was like basically they were giving the gentleman the runaround. Another thing is that the gentleman got mixed up in a personal dealing with the Scots. His ex-girlfriend was alleged to be messing around with Marceau. And he has recording of some of the conversations that took place regarding the whole Marceau with Letitia's makeup artist hooking up. Marceau, it appears from the recordings that the gentlemen have, that Anthony shared on his page, it appears that Marcel is telling the man, I need the recording and then I can finish the work. Which, if y'all already hit an agreement, the check has been cashed and the contract has been signed, this is a whole different topic than the business of his barbershop. Marcel and Tisha, to me, in my opinion, duped this man out of his money. If you go to Anthony Lofty's page, because I did not take any audio, I didn't take any video, nothing from his page, because I respect this channel and I feel as though once you get over there, you're gonna be gasping, like, for real, are you serious? But anyway, the young man, in Anthony's chat, there was a retired contractor that came up on his panel and spoke, and he stated that it seems to him that Marcel had no intentions on doing any work, because in one of the recordings that Anthony played, Tisha was trying to explain to the young man that he had that Marcel had to pull back his permits from the city, and Marcel has stated, well, I haven't done that yet, Tisha. I have not been to the city to get the permits. So the contractor that was in Anthony's live on his panel, he stated, you can't do any work if you don't have any permits. So it seems to him that there was no intentions on doing any work. Even though the gentleman had paid what they asked for, the contracts were signed, there were no permits in place, and you can't work without permits from the gentleman, the contractor that was on the phone, and that was in Anthony Lofty's live. So I'm like, that makes a whole lot of sense. So he never intended to do the work. That's why he never went to the city to get the contracts. So if he never went to the city to get the contracts, then the excuse that you're giving this gentleman of a holdup is another run around. And if you go to Anthony Lofty's page and listen to the recordings and hear how Marcel talk, it's the same way he talk on the phone. On the show, and when he's talking to Tisha, can never give a straight answer. He give these, I call them 360 answers, where he's talking in circles, and you always wound up back at the beginning. It's like a 360. He can never give a straight answer, and he can never tell you exactly what's going on. I'm surprised if they do any business dealings, because Marcel would not give you a straight answer. And this was talking about business. I thought he talked like that on the show, blowing smoke up Tisha behind. But this man was in a business meeting and he was talking like that. I said, you got to be kidding. But anyway, there's also a doctor that reached out to Anthony and told her his story of how allegedly the Scotts got her for $250,000. The work is not completed, and so she is, I'm not sure what she's doing about hers, but right now the doctor, as well as this barber and his business partner, they're scraping the barrel trying to mend the pieces to basically find out what they can do, what they can't do, because people don't just have money laying around to pay for jobs to be done twice. So I didn't take any audio from Anthony's page or, any recordings or anything like that. So please go to Anthony's page, listen to the recordings, hear their story. And Anthony is actually taking donations he was originally taking donations for the barber, because Anthony heard his story first, and he started taking donations, basically a GoFund through his channel, and he was going to give it to the gentleman, however much it was, to help him. He know it can't make him whole, but at least it's something. And then the doctor reached out to Anthony, and Anthony said he told the barber about the doctor, and the barber is like, don't collect another dime for me. Whatever you collect, give it to the doctor. Apparently the doctor's situation is much worse than the barber situation, from what was said tonight. So like I said, if you are thinking about getting some work done, if you have gotten some work done, if you just have a heart, go listen to this audio, and it's like, wow, you're going to be like, Tisha, Marceau. It's just real foul how they can go on with their everyday lives and sleep good at night, knowing exactly how they've gotten over on these people and messed up their livelihood, messed up their, their everyday way of living, and they trying to mend it, and you just leaving them to pick up the pieces without a care in the world. I just feel like the Scotts, I don't know why they think that they are above the law. Why they feel as though that karma can't get to them. They're going to meet somebody, that they're going to come across somebody that is going to really, 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 Carlos not going to be able to save them. That's all I'm going to say. Carlos own, nobody's going to, Maurice with his, mediator self, they're not going to be able to save the Scotts 1.0 or anybody else that's connected to them, because this is downright foul, and you don't play with people's lives, people's livelihood. And actually, the when you hear how the gentleman, the barber, came about getting the down payment for the Scotts, you're really gonna, if you didn't like them, you're gonna really not like them. And they knew. So it's a video from the other day introducing everything, all the key players, and then tonight it was just a video of just playing the recordings, and the gentleman did come on the panel and further explain his side of why he had the recordings, and I think it's a great listen. And the Scotts, like I say, I did not like the Scotts, and I don't like them even more now. And that's just my opinion. I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know what you think.